and has been using it.
The Atlanta real estate
Each year,
market
the state of California contracts for billions of dollars.
This war, the winner makes bank.
I have done $30 million.
I want to get to $100 million.
The competition gets destroyed.
That could have been my one shot.
And the drama hits the roof.
I have my clients for a reason.
Talia's very unprofessional.
She's not in the business of selling real estate. She's in the business of selling herself.
These women put their money where the South is.
You better watch out.
Selling it in the ATL. Series premiere Thursday, November 5th at 10 on WeTV.
Okay, wow. We are here in the studio with Miss Alana Banks, and so you just saw a clip of some of what she does, and so I'm going to tell you about her bio, and I am so impressed because when I met her, I didn't know that this was this powerful woman in the environment that we met. We were celebrating a birthday, and she was just regular folks. And I'm sure you are regular folks. And so I was just enjoying and did not know all of this. Sometimes it's cool not to know what the people are before you actually get to know them. You get the real. So Miss Alana Banks was born and raised in Collins, Mississippi. Alana graduated from Collins High School with honors at the tender age of 15 in August 1994, so we've told her age. She received a bachelor's degree in criminal justice with a minor in Spanish at the University of Southern Mississippi. After completing her BA in just 3 years, she immediately began pursuing her master's in criminal justice and Spanish. While studying for her master's, Banks acquired a certificate from Harrison Community Law Enforcement Training Academy in 1998. In 1998, she decided it was time to make a change and unexpectedly showed up at her sister's doorstep in Atlanta to start a new chapter in her life. Not finding the transition as easy, she worked several odd jobs while studying for her GA real estate license. I guess that's Georgia, which she received in 2000. While making her mark in real estate industry in 2002, Banks received a huge break and was hired as corporate financial manager for a multi-million-dollar company in 2006 as Banks was preparing to celebrate her fourth year anniversary. Her position was eliminated and she was left jobless. Determined to never work for anyone again, Banks made life-changing decision to become an entrepreneur. It would not take long for her to rebound on her journey to become a successful business owner. She opened and operated Beaufort Market, a community grocery store with several locations in North Cross, Georgia. She did not stop there. She launched a hair spot extensions, a global top producing online store providing 100% hair extensions. And then she went on to start her real estate career. Like, wow, you did a whole lot in a little short period of time.
Yes, I did.
And I guess once you hit the real estate, you found your home.
Yes, I did. Finally.
And what the purpose for you to be on this planet.
There you go.
Because from your bio here, your lasting relationships, you've sold property to some top celebrities in Atlanta. You became a reality TV show personality. You had your own radio show. You have just been doing it.
Yes.
Wow. So, criminal justice to real estate.
Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it?
No.
Yeah. First of all, let me say something. Graduated from high school at 15, and I tell a lot of kids this, you really don't want to know what you're doing.
Right.
You don't even know yourself. You don't know what you want to be. You're basically going after the things that your parents is telling you to be.
Right.
So, we go through high school, we get to college, first 2 semesters, we're getting used to the environment, we get used to the fact that we're out of our parents' house, and we somewhat think we're grown.
Right.
So at that point, you still don't know who you are, you still don't know what you do, and unfortunately, by the time you build up all those student loans, or your mother done spent all her retirement 401k on sending you to college, when you walk across that stage to get that bachelor's, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be in that field.
Right.
So, when I talk to kids, I tell them, when you first go into college, you're getting your core, you're getting your basics. But that's when you need to start realizing and having conversation with people like ourselves of what is it that I would really want to do. Because if I would have had the resources and the relationships that I have with people that I do now, when I was at Southern, I probably would have maybe not been in real estate, or I maybe would have been in something else because I would have been exposed to more opportunities and more people that has different career choices. Because being from the South, you did hair at your house in the kitchen, you worked at a job like a bank, the chicken farm. You worked at somewhere where everybody in the neighborhood worked.
Right.
But I know I didn't want that. I wanted to get out of that area. Right. So that's why I zoomed through high school. That's why I zoomed through college. I was trying to get away.
Oh, okay.
But it's just that in the process of me getting away, I think if I could go back, I would still keep that speed, but I would dig more into all of the different things that you see versus what we saw on TV. Looking at TV back then is totally different looking at TV now.
Right.
You can find your career path on TV right now.
Right.
But I would have been able to be exposed and to understand. So by the time I got my master's, I was like, oh, it's not what I really want to do.
Yeah. And, so many people find out once they've put all that money and that time and effort in, like you said, because you really don't know. You're still developing. It's almost like you need to go on a sabbatical right after high school to learn about life, right?
You need to live life, meet people that can say, I did this, I didn't like it because of this. Or if I could go back 5 years, I would do this. And let me see, well, how much money you make doing this? Do you like this? Do you have a boss? Do you not have a boss?
Right.
Like, I didn't know what being a business owner was. My mother was president and loan officer of a bank for over 35 years. So she was the first African-American to even be employed in a bank in the state of Mississippi.
Oh, fantastic.
So she worked at the same place for 35 years. I didn't want to work in no bank. I was like my little summer job, but I was like, oh, Lord, get me out of here. I didn't want to work in a bank. My father did real estate, but he was in radio. So I kind of just followed his shoes, not trying to follow his shoes.
Oh, okay.
But eventually I got into real estate. I got into radio, and I know he's in heaven smiling down. And then our family had a grocery store. So I was raised in a grocery store. So I still ended up getting it. So I kind of stayed in what I was used to.
Okay.
But I just did it away from home on a higher level.
Okay.
So that I could still feel like, okay, I'm going to make y'all proud and do some of the stuff y'all want me to do. And then I'm going to go
well, you
what I
still
really
stayed in their arena somewhat. I mean, the financial management. So you kind of touched in those areas.
See, I like to work.
Yeah.
I'm a busybody. I like to work, and I like to work for myself.
Well, obviously, you're very bright for you to finish high school by 15.
Yeah, I started taking college classes my sophomore year. I skipped my junior year. And Collins High School is still segregated, unfortunately. Oh. So my Facebook people that's watching, yes, they're still segregated, unfortunately.
Even today?
Even today. We have a black homecoming court. We have a white homecoming court.
Really?
We have a black most likely to succeed, a white most likely to succeed. And we actually just had a high school reunion last summer, which was amazing. Thank you, Charles Martin, for putting that event on. I was looking so forward into seeing, after you leave and come back, you forget that, the white folks ain't coming.
Oh,
and
wow.
I was like, well, I want them to come.
Because you've been living in an integrated world.
Share this memo some kind of way on Facebook. So it's just hurt me. So when I got back, I was like, ugh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they really not going to be here. But I would like to say, and whoever's listening, we're having it again this year. Mm-hmm. And I want to get more involved and to know that our town is not that big. It's probably the Brea runs longer than our town.
Really?
So it don't take you that long to come around the corner.
Oh.
We got one little civic center hold about 300 people. It's fine. But it's just, you want to kind of break that cycle.
So you had to have it, same civic center, but the day after.
They just feel like they can't come or they will come because we was raised and we graduated being separated. Now, I ain't trying to cause no problems and have my mama's house burned down when I leave. So I'm not trying to stir up no dust.
Right. But it is what it is.
That's my hometown, but they just say, girl, you a visitor. So that's still my hometown. But it's just, I pick and choose my battles. But I would love for my city, my hometown, to be able to come together as one. And some of the people that pull that out, they about 1 foot in the grave. So the younger generation can change that. Because some of the older ones that instill that into them that should not, that R word, we want to get away from that.
Well, actually, that kind of explains some of the stuff that's going on in America today. If there's towns in the southern Mississippi areas that are still segregated, or any other place in the South, and that's the population that voted for Trump, then that kind of explains it. Because I've been asking myself, it's not like we're brand new, right? We've been on this planet, or at least we've been in their eyesight for at least 400 years, right? That they know of.
Yeah.
So I was saying that to a friend of mine. It's like, we're not brand new. Why are they acting like they've never seen us before or know who we are? But now I guess that explains some of that.
It is. And unfortunately, it still exists. And, living in Atlanta is no different. I love Atlanta. I was there for 19 years. Atlanta made me who I was. I was raised in Mississippi, but I was more so made in Atlanta.
Now, Atlanta's a little bit more metropolitan or urban.
You mean urban. Just
urban.
Say urban. Urban. Tell the truth. Hey, Miss Leisha.
Leisha's here. Hi, Leisha.
Hello.
Welcome. This is my co-host for today.
Yeah, sorry I'm late.
No problem. I know you were coming in from work, and I do appreciate it.
Oh, I'm so glad that I can be here.
Glad
Right.
you're here.
And I told her when I saw her picture, I thought, wow, she looks familiar. And then I heard it, and then we showed a video of selling in an ATL, which is hers. And I'm thinking, that voice sounds familiar. Where have I met?
Well, first of all, y'all, we met in a very different light.
Right, exactly.
And that was celebrating Don's birthday.
Right.
So y'all got to see the other.
But she stopped by the conference as well.
Yeah.
Oh, right. You were with
Drea.
Drea. Okay. I remember.
Yeah, so it's just that it was, fitness clothes. You was trying to get your shake on. She was running to Zuma. She was hosting.
Yeah.
So it was just, us girls. It was just, we was vibing and laughing. So
And I have some fun blackmail videos, too.
Oh, girl, don't say that on air. And I always been in the church. But
Hey, Don. Hope you're feeling better. So I got a couple of people, Margot and Maria and Vincent. Hi, welcome to the Business Zone. This young lady has such a vast bio.
She does.
And that's what I was saying when we were having so much fun just being us. Who knew? But but I am so impressed. And, it's the power of the woman.
yes.
And since I've been involved with the Bella Network, either through or just around the women that I've met.
First of all, the Bella Network is the network.
Yeah.
If you're in LA and you don't know about the Bella Network, you need to find out. Do your research.
Yeah. 'Cause
So you have an amazing network. You have an amazing event. Anybody that can get people to pay hundreds of dollars to come sit for 6 hours and come out of there powerful and inspired, that's a wonderful thing.
yeah, it's a wonderful
And Alicia
thing.
knows how to put on an event.
Yeah, she really does.
She does. She does.
Well, I have fabulous friends.
I know. And I will
she
say
does.
this, and I'm going to, because when Dawn called me and told me she was not feeling well and she's going to reach out to Alicia, I have to say I have some amazing friends because they are here and following the creed of the Bella Network to support one another,
right.
to help each other. And that's what womanhood is about.
That's what it's
us
about.
standing up and supporting each other.
I want to say something about that. When you said woman power, I was at a comedy show last night, and the female said, it would be amazing if all the women just came together and understand what we could do
I know.
by coming together and being powerful and understanding that we have that. And it's so amazing because when you said that, it kind of stuck on me. And I don't think women really get that. You know, we shouldn't have to wait for a Me Too situation to come out. And I'm not going to speak on that. That is, I want to, but I'm not. So it shouldn't take for us to say Me Too just because now we want to speak out because it has happening to us as a black race.
Right.
So I'm going to leave that alone. But it shouldn't have to be a movement that starts on social media. It should be a movement that starts in your church.
Right.
It should be a movement that starts within the Bella Network, within your network of friends. You can start in your house, in your living room, choir rehearsal, at your job, on your lunch break, in the cafeteria. You can start movements like this in so many different places and let it grow, but not to the fact where we had to wait on a man actions to decide a woman need to come together.
Right.
We shouldn't have to wait on a man to do this, to do that, to say, oh, I'm a female, I got power, I got a voice. We've been had that voice.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. And the other thing also, when we do talk about the Me Too movement, that is not our movement as black women. our issues are totally different.
Oh, we got a lot of more. We need to be have me 40 movement. What is you talking about?
Right, our issue. Somebody put that on
me
Facebook.
40.
Right, exactly.
No.
I mean, if you're working for someone, it's hard. Yeah. You're not just dealing with women that you can't connect with. You're the men, the women, the environment, the cultures. If you're working,
we have problems that go way far. But see, they feel entitled that this is their world, this is their land, so they can pick and choose what problems they want to discuss because they only got a list of 5.
Right.
But we got a list.
Right, exactly.
We got a list. And then I have a book that's coming out this summer called Face It, You Made Love to the Boogeyman.
Oh.
I knew I was going to get that reaction from you. I was preparing myself for that on the drive here when I was going to say this. But in that book, I talk about how women allow certain things to be placed upon us by a man. When I was talking to women, I asked them, what was they afraid of, what made them happy, what made them sad. It all stemmed to a man.
Really?
What is your biggest fear? What is this? It was no nothing. At the end of the sentence, it had the root of a man. So we have something that draws back to a man.
But now we raised them. So what's
we
that
birthed them.
Yeah, we birthed them. We raised them.
I ain't gonna sit here and bash no man because Lord knows I love him. But I'm just saying, it in the positive light, we shouldn't have to wait. So basically, in the book, I take the myth of the boogeyman. When we was young, you say, "Mama said, get in there. The boogeyman gonna get you when you get bad.
Right.
He gonna come out at night. He gonna come out when you least suspect it. You don't know where he at. He has a mental control over you because it's a figment of your imagination." So we took that myth and we put it into perspective with dating, relationship, and marriage of how you can psychologically be told or just mentally given a threat of a fear by a man that's in your home.
Wow. And that's so powerful because I don't know if you guys, I was watching the Bill Maher show last week, and there's a group of men, and it's called Intercell. And Intercell is a group of men who are celibate. And so and this is white men, and they are requesting that the government give them a woman.
To do what?
Whatever, to have sex with her, to do whatever, because they've been turned down by...
This is not that movie
Well, it actually is in real life the Handmaiden, which is the movie. So this is a group, and so they feel because women have turned them down because they're not attractive.
What's wrong with them?
Right, there's something wrong with them. So they feel that they should be given a woman so that they can do, and she becomes their property. So then she has to do
one woman for all the men.
Each one. Like round up women. Like I don't know if you've seen I know on Handmaiden. And first of all, the fact that we're Stepford wise it blows me away that they think.
But why do you want the government to give you a woman for each man that's in this group when you got online dating? Go get your own. It's free.
Because they don't want to have. They're afraid of being rejected. So they figure if you hand it to them, you force them.
If a woman knows that they're afraid of being rejected, that is not the man that you really want.
Right. Yeah.
Like, that is not something that you want. If you got problems with being rejected, you got some other issues.
So maybe what they need to do is have a class to teach these men how to be attractive, because you don't have to be gorgeous, beautiful in your face in order to attract women. That's not it.
But when I say it's something wrong, I'm talking about something is wrong from birth. I'm talking about some real issues. I ain't talking about you was cute when you was born and now you ugly as hell. First of all, my grandmama said there ain't no such thing as an ugly rich man. He's all right. So these men may be all right, okay?
Or as my mother used to say, there's a lid for every pot.
Hello, somebody.
So when I heard that, I went, what am I listening to?
When you saw I had to look off and figure out which one of my personalities want to respond to that answer. So I'm trying to remain dignified.
It blew me away. Even Bill Maher went, what is this?
And for that to be on his show.
Yeah, because